If you're looking for a solution to cool down this summer, I know it's super hot already in the spring here. It's like 80 something out today. It's gonna be in the 90s, hot, humid. I was looking for a good solution because we don't have air conditioning. So I was looking for a good solution to cool down an individual room or two, but I also didn't want to cut a hole in the wall. I didn't want to install something super expensive. I wanted a quick, fairly affordable, versatile solution, and I think I found a good solution. It is the Ecoflow Wave 2, and that is a portable heat pump. And the other cool thing about it is that you can use it inside to cool off an individual room or two, and you can take it with you. You can fit it in the 4Runner or camper van or an RV, whatever you have, you can bring it with you to cool down that area too. You can even hook it up and cool down a tent, or it actually provides heat too. So let's go check out the Ecoflow Wave 2 that I have set up in just an individual bedroom. If you have an individual bedroom that happens to get really hot, or if you have a workspace or an office that happens to get really hot during the day, or if you don't even have air conditioning in a certain type of a room, or if the air conditioning is just not keeping up with an office space or something with a lot of south-facing windows and you get a lot of heat, this is a good solution. It's a fairly affordable, versatile solution that's pretty easy to set up. So here's my setup. It's a little bit janky how I have it, but it's super temporary, and it took like 5-10 minutes to get it set up and to get cool air in here. So this is the Ecoflow Wave 2, and I have it turned on, and it's on the Eco setting, which is a low setting. It's set for 70 degrees on a thermostat, but it's also on a low fan setting, so you can kind of hear the volume of what it's like. Sounds just like a regular fan. Cool air comes out of here, and hot air goes out there. So you definitely want those vents venting outside. You don't want this just freely going in the house or in your 4Runner or vehicle or whatever. It has full manual control here. You can turn it on. You can see it gives you ambient temperature, what temperature you have it set to. I have it on cold mode. You have the fan setting, which is on low. You can switch settings from cold to heat to fan only. There's that little Wi-Fi signal, so it connects to the Wi-Fi. And here's a water tank fill indicator light. Now the water fill, it does produce water, and if you have a humidity level that's less than 70%, it can evaporate just into the air. But here it's just super humid, and so I have it on a drain function. So that's why I have it elevated like this. This little tube comes out and it goes into here, and you can see it's been on for a few hours. That's the amount of fluid it produces. Now that's just pure water, and so I'll empty that every once in a while. So that's why I have it elevated up on this thing. I got this off of Facebook Marketplace for like $500, so it's very lightly used, and yeah, it's working really, really well. I know you can get them new, you can get them refurbished. They're around, you can find them, and I'll put a link on the description below that goes to Amazon to get these. Here's my vent setup. So I just have a curtain here. I just cut a piece of cardboard, set it in the window. It comes with like this foam little vent board. I just cut a square, popped that in there, and then these tubes just fit right in there. So, I mean, that took like 5 minutes to do. You could probably get a better solution. You could get an acrylic plexiglass, and you could cut out, holes precisely. But these are casement windows, where they hinge outward and they go outward. So they're a lot more difficult to have as opposed to like a window unit that just sets into a window. But this is a decent solution. There are other solutions. There's like this pillowcase type thing that cinches around the vents. I mean, you can get that on Amazon. I can put a link on that below, but I thought this is a good temporary solution that was basically free just to see how it works. And so far it's been working really pretty well. These tubes, they're totally adjustable. They're very rigid in that they hold their position well. You don't need like bungee cords or tape or anything like that. They are totally adjustable. You can really feel the heat coming out of this, so it's good to get that vented out of there. Now, if you had this in like a tent or something, this would be on the outside of the tent, and you would have an attachment onto here that would just blow the air into the tent, and everything else would go outward. Same with if you were camping in a vehicle. You could either have this entire unit in your vehicle. This would fit right at the center console between the two front seats and blow nice cold air into the back, as long as you have those vented out. Or you could have this on the outside of your vehicle, just blowing air in through a tube that you have going through a window or something like that. I'll just cycle through the fan speeds and you can just kind of get a sense of the loudness. I mean, it's really the same decibel level as a fan would be, a box fan or something. So it's really pretty quiet. It's not disruptive to anything. This actually is a good kind of a white noise type solution to sleeping. So the Wave 2 can also be run off of battery. Now, I didn't get the battery with it just to save some money, but it can run for several hours with the battery. On eco mode, I think it can run like 8 hours or something like that. So the battery is definitely a plus if you're going to be mobile with it. Or you can connect it to a portable battery generator that you might have. Like you can use the Ecoflow Delta 2, or I have the Anchor Solix, and that's why I didn't get the battery, is that I have a separate battery pack that can power that if I need to. The thing I like about the Ecoflow is its general whole ecosystem. It's really, really well controlled with that app. Now, you can control this heat pump. You can control it through the app completely. You can start it, stop it, switch different modes, the fan speed, the cooling, the heating. I mean, you can have so many different settings on this app. So if you are camping or have the unit set outside of your vehicle that you're camping or whatever, you can remotely control it with your phone. It's so convenient and nice. I know it's really getting hot, and I thought, you know what, this is a good solution. It's a pretty decent price. You don't have to cut a big hole in the wall. I mean, it's perfect even for someone who is in an apartment and you just want to cool your apartment, but not invest a ton of money. You don't want to do construction. You don't want to cut a hole in the wall. You don't want a permanent solution because you might be moving and you might take it with you. You know, this is just a really good solution that has multiple purposes. You can travel with it. It can be battery operated. You can camp with it. You can move around apartment to apartment. You can cool particular areas of a home. You know, there's so many versatile options of this thing. And yeah, it's not the most clean-cut solution like a home AC system or HVAC of an RV that's already installed, but this is a good solution for, you know, pretty much all sorts of different scenarios at a reasonable price. You know, I should probably mention the energy consumption. If you have a typical through-the-wall unit like this, you can see how much it consumes. This one is 800 watts, providing 8,000 BTUs. So the Ecoflow, though, that is between 200 and 300 watts on eco mode, but it can go up to 500 or 600 watts on the high-powered mode. And the energy output of the Ecoflow Wave 2 is roughly around 6,000 BTUs, something like that. So it's a little bit less output than this, but it consumes quite a bit less electricity. So that's another huge bonus for having a heat pump rather than just a single designated air conditioner. And you can see how huge that air conditioner is, how much energy it uses. You have to cut a big hole in the wall. The Ecoflow, you just don't have to do that. So I hope you like this real quick video on the Wave 2. It's a pretty cool solution. It keeps me cool. Hopefully it'll keep you cool too. Check it out. I'll put some links in the description below. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks a lot, and I really appreciate you watching and subscribing. Talk to you later. Bye.